We don't know 100% of what happened, but
they're saying your boyfriend may have been arrested in connection to this crime. Can you?
he wouldn't do this.
He wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't do that.
Charged with endangering a child. This is video taken earlier today of Chrystal Jackson being booked into jail. Arrest documents say she lied to investigators for 19 hours.
We all love that baby. He was just the sweetest little baby.
I've read the Bible 5 times. Okay?
Satan read the Bible 5 times too.
Chrystal Jackson. What's up, guys? How you doing? It's 2 in the morning here, by the way, so I'm kind of laid back, but I wanted to give this update. Was anybody surprised? Right? This kind of like rings bells. It just sounds similar to Britney in my head a little bit. You know, she was accused of lying for hours. You know, on July 10th, she claimed that Cedric was abducted from her apartment. So we know that's not true. So she was covering for the boyfriend. It also says here from WFAA.com that the police affidavit indicates that Cedric, the 18-month-old child, could have been alive when the boyfriend took him from the apartment and put him in a dumpster. Could have been alive.
Arrest documents say she lied to investigators for 19 hours about when little CJ went missing and who was in the home when he was reported missing. Information investigators say could have helped them find the little boy alive.
That's why I say it's eerily similar a little bit to Britney, right? Because Britney withheld important information for 7 days while Malia was missing, right? What kind of person, what kind of parent, what kind of mother would do something like that, right? And then in this situation, which it wasn't her biological child, Chrystal, but she could have told him where this child was instead of reporting the child missing. The child could have been alive. So it just shows you the type of people we're dealing with in society. They'll put on an act, they'll pretend to cry. Oh, he was so loved, right? You saw at the beginning, right? So loved. And these are the same people, these 2 people, right? These are the same people that had 6 kids in the house besides Cedric Jackson. 6 children.
I sat down with Noah's grandparent and his oldest sister. They're still trying to come to grips.
But the more we were looking at it, the more I knew she was involved in it somehow.
Vincent and Cindy Jones have custody of 3 of Julia's 10 kids, including Leanna, who's not only dealing with her brother's death, but her mom behind bars. Tonight, the family is asking for better child welfare laws, so this won't happen again.
The system did fail Noah.
Noah Tomlin. Now, this is a story that I haven't had time to cover, and I've had multiple people request for me to cover it, and I still don't have the time to cover it, but I wanted to at least mention it. The mother, this is another situation where the mother said that the child went missing. She put him to bed in his jammies and a diaper around 1 a.m. Monday morning. And then she reported her child missing to police around 10 hours later. Another situation with this kind of stuff. And as you know, he was later found and the mother was charged with 3 counts of child neglect. And I believe there's more charges that are going to come. Hopefully I'll have time to cover this story and look in depth, because this is another story that's not just a surface thing. There's a lot behind the scenes. Both of the parents, from what I've heard, have a troubled history. 10 kids that they had, the grandparents custody of 3 of the kids. I mean, like I've said, I haven't done my research into the story. I mean, I've only really touched the surface, and I feel like this is one of those stories that there's definitely a lot going on behind the scenes. I mean, there was this strange situation where they had a tree for Noah and it just mysteriously burns. Was it on accident? Did somebody have a candle there? I don't know, it's strange.
People were out here trying to create more memories here for Noah. However, last night this tree went up in flames. We heard from the fire department today that it was not intentionally set.
So my reason for staying up till almost 3 in the morning and for squeezing in Noah tonight and trying to at least give a mention is there's a couple of ways you can get involved. If you live in Virginia, they're doing a Bubbles for Noah gathering July 20th, 9 a.m. Bring bubbles, wear red, hashtag Noah's Nation. The other thing is they have a public memorial planned on July 27th for Noah. And last but not least, a woman named Jessica Brackett is petitioning the White House for new protections for kids. It's called NOAA. It's an acronym for No Other Angels Hurt. It calls for Congress to create stricter guidelines and criteria for parents to meet before they can get a child back in their custody. The petition also calls for a policy to look after children once they're back in the home. So I'll put the link down below for that. And it's kind of an interesting thing, right? Because I've heard of parents that they're really good-willed, they're really good people, and they really want to get their kids back, and they can't. And then you have other parents that they're horrible. I mean, look at Malia's situation, and they can get the kids back. So I wonder, like, what is that, a double-edged sword? You guys comment on, let me know your thoughts. But at least I wanted to put that out there for you guys. Have a good night. I'm gonna try to get some rest. Peace.